you don't have mana, if you don't have enough HP, if you have like 3k gold in your inventory, you can avoid grouping on the river, following on the river, if you know that you can't have a significant impact. Any click from Kaisa right here is gonna show me that she's below Master, instantly lower than Platinum 1. And then he did one click, we can see one click like this, we can see body language. Then we see the second click right here, this is the second click. Second click already means that this guy is gold. Third click just means he's low gold. Okay, but I'm bronze and he lost the wave, that's bad, right? He should push the wave. No, he shouldn't really push the wave right here. Because the thing is, if the urgency is really high into the jungle and you have Bibbers here, you have enough resources to make a good impact, then you should follow. Yes, the wave is not fully pushed, but the urgency is huge.
Welcome back, Summoners. Today we're diving deep into the art of macro in League of Legends. This is something that majority of the people that I coach struggle with. They always ask, how do I know when I'm supposed to farm? How do I know when I'm supposed to split push? When do I group? What the heck, it's so hard. In this video, we're gonna explore the crucial decision of when to ditch your teammate and when to group up for success on the Rift. So let's jump right into it. One of the most impactful decisions you will face in a game is whether to split push or to group. Split pushing involves leaving your teammates and focusing on pushing a lane to obviously create some pressure on the map. It's a strategy that can lead to significant advantages when executed correctly. If you don't execute it correctly, you'll often have games where you FK farm on a side lane and you'll have zero impact in the game. Yes, you're gonna have a good farm, but you're gonna have zero damage. These are some examples. This guy, he has really high farm for his rank, but he has zero damage because he's just farming too much. He just doesn't know when to group. Oh, by the way, if you want to find your real biggest mistake, I give free OPGG reviews for anyone that follows my stream. Don't miss it out. Go ahead and follow Besides LOL. This is all what you have to do. Follow it and ask it on the stream. There are situations when split pushing is the right call. When you don't have enough items to make a significant impact on the map, the fight you want to follow is simply way too far, or you don't have enough mana or HP to follow. Split pushing can draw enemy attention, creating opportunities for your team elsewhere. It forces the enemy team to also make tough decisions and can give you a team advantage in the objective control. But on the other hand, grouping up with your teammates is essential, especially because when you're strong enough to have an impact there, or the enemy team are already grouped, the fight is about to happen. You know that if you're not gonna be there, your team is gonna get pranked, right? So grouping up ensures that your teammates can synergize their abilities, engage or disengage effectively, and secure objectives with a number advantage. It also minimizes the chances of your team getting caught out or picked off by the enemy team, which is really common, especially if you play well anywhere, because this also happens in Challenger, right? Now, how do you decide which strategy to employ? It boils down to three huge factors. One is the distance between you and the guy that you want to follow. Two is the urgency, which is basically how urgent and how must follow fight should it be. Is it urgent? Is the guy needing help like now, urgent? And three, how many items you have. Can you make a significant impact there? Yes or no? You have to respect these three things in this order, because we're gonna see in the examples that some of the factors are actually more important than others. So let's take a look at the examples. In this particular play, we have Chovy, the best mid laner in the world. He's playing Annie, he has T-Burst, he has Z, and he's getting ganked. We can see it from the right hand side of the map. He's getting ganked from the Lulu. As he's really doing this play, he is looking onto the map. If you're looking onto the map, you're gonna see that there are multiple people there. So let's actually respect the rules. Rule number one, the distance. Is the distance that Chovy has to travel big, huge, in which case he should avoid following, or is this fight really reliable, as in he can get there in time? This is the first question that you want to ask. One, can I get there in time? And obviously, after you actually say yes, because in this case, well, let's be honest, like it's pretty close, he's mid lane, the fight on the Herald is happening. And two, the second factor is the urgency. Is it urgent? And the thing that is gonna show you if this is urgent is obviously after removing your camera right there to see what is going on, the urgency is basically going to be told you by two factors. One, the HP of the Herald. Obviously, if the Herald is 1 HP, you don't even care about this fight because the fight is already over. Herald is down, and we can also see the second factor is, well, how much HP does my Xante have in this case? Because if he's 1 HP and he's already dead, I can also consider just moving back. So in terms of the distance, this is check, he should follow. In terms of the urgency, it's check, he should follow. The HP of the Rift is 4k basically right here. In terms of the HP of the Xante, it's check.
Now some other say, hey, besides, but you said that he also needs to think about his items, right? Well, the thing is, not really. As I said, some factors are more important than others. So if you don't have enough items here, it won't matter, just because the distance and the urgency is so small that even if you don't have items in this fight, as long as you have decent resources, which is another thing that can actually influence the fight, resources as in, I have ultimate, I have B-burst, I have flash, these things actually matter a lot. And we're gonna see that things like this, for example, resources, number advantage, or how many items I have, can help you to decide which fight to follow, but the distance and the urgency, they are gonna help you more, especially in the early to mid game fights. Now, what is the best mid laner in the world do? Of course, he's gonna follow slowly. As he's going there, he's looking with his camera, and you can see right now by the time he's following, the guy is 1 HP and he just dies. Now he's suffering a little bit because he has B-burst, but right after the guy died, he just backs off onto the mid lane. Herald died, the fight is over. Was the follow-up that he did good? Yes, it was good. Okay, but I'm bronze and he lost the wave. That's bad, right? He should push the wave. No, he shouldn't really push the wave right here. Because the thing is, if the urgency is really high into the jungle and you have B-burst here, you have enough resources to make a good impact, then you should follow. Yes, the wave is not fully pushed, but the urgency is huge. Okay, but he's low HP. Well, that is true. Being low HP is also one of the biggest thing that should make you if you want to follow or not. There are many situations where because you're low HP, you simply can't follow. In this case, he took a little bit of a risk because he knows that the enemy team doesn't really have any vision here, and he has B-burst. So if he uses B-burst on multiple people, obviously he can just get the fight. Usually, if you have super low HP, you should be more or having more avoid to fight or avoid to group kind of mentality. So this is a great decision by Chovy. This is another example from low elo. We saw the Chovy Challenger replay, but right now we're gonna see something more realistic, something low elo. Kai'Sa right here, being low HP, she just pushed the wave, and I'll tell you that she has 1.5k gold. Obviously, we can see that on the river, if you go more closely, we're gonna see that they are looking to fight. So if they are looking to fight right there, obviously he wants to look to follow, right? Because one, besides said the distance rule, right? I mean, the distance is very little. 2, so the distance is good. 2, the urgency. The urgency is also good because if he looks at the minimap right now, we are going to slowly see that the fight is about to happen. Zac is right there, he's half HP, we can see it on the minimap, and in addition of that, we can see that Kha'Zix is about to get into a fight, right? So the urgency is good, the distance is good, but guess what? Kai'Sa should not follow here. She should not go there. Why? It's because she doesn't have enough resources. Yes, the distance rule is super important. Also, the urgency rule is super important. But if you don't have mana, if you don't have enough HP, if you have like 3k gold in your inventory, you can avoid grouping on the river, following on the river, if you know that you can't have a significant impact. Any click from Kai'Sa right here is gonna show me that she's below master. A challenger player will think like this. Hey, I want to follow, it's urgent, it's also close to me, but unfortunately I don't have enough mana and enough HP. Yes, my jungle is fighting, I have Galio as well, I kind of need to follow, I want to help my teammates because it's urgent and I'm not really losing too much in terms of the minions because I just pushed away, but I'm not able to because I have not enough HP, not enough mana. I have 45 mana, I need minimum 55 for the Q, but I don't have my HP, so if they are gonna flash on me, I'm gonna be getting pranked. So right here I have to be basically go right here or challenger recall right here or even into the brush, depending on what vision do they have. Challenger players tend to also recall in the alcove to be 100% safe that they don't get stopped, but this is gold, so you're not gonna get stopped anyways. So any click that this guy does is gonna show me his elo. So any click is gonna show me any movement, any body language. This body language already shows me a decrease in rank. So as a coach, and I coach over 3,000 of players, 600 only on AD carry, This click shows me that this guy is instantly not master, instantly lower than platinum 1. And then he did one click. We can see one click like this. We can see body language. Then we see the second click right here. This is the second click. Second click already means that this guy is gold. Third click just means he is low gold. And then at least as he was going for the play, at some point he was looking to not follow. The problem also here is that he knew that he doesn't have to follow, but he played duo with Zach, and Zach was screaming at him. This is why playing with duo with your friends might actually hold you back, because you're gonna try to have a tendency to help them more, and you're actually not gonna think about, hey, I'm 1 HP, I'm not able to follow. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna follow just because he's my duo, right? So this is why duo is gonna hold you back a little bit when it comes to improvement. What the guy ended up doing is that he immediately turned back and then he just pressed B. So this is a correct decision, but we can see that he had 3 clicks that were bad, meaning that he's basically between gold 1 and gold 4. Like a good coach is instantly gonna see this tendency, this body language, and instantly. In fact, he was around, I think, gold 3 rank. So this decision making is very subtle, but it's very huge, because this means he was hesitating, he was looking to follow, he was thinking, which should be, it's good that you're thinking to help your teammates, but if you don't have enough mana and enough HP, even though the fight is urgent and the distance is low, you should look to avoid following and just ping one time your Zac, and just that's all. You don't really need to follow. Yes, usually you just want to look to hover more, like play it slow, hover, just try to play around it. But if you have like 1 HP or a lot of gold, you should never ever do that.